right, here we go on the MGS1 race. Gonna be between Plywood, Tama, and Tromboncino. So they'll be on the easy difficulty. Mies, what's going on?
How you doing, Spidey? Doing good?
Yeah, just enjoying this marathon we got going.
Seen some nice clean runs here and there. Some technical difficulties, but hey, it's a marathon.
The show must go on at the end of the
Yeah,
day.
for sure, for sure. So, what you
All right.
reckon? How is the runners going to do this?
All three runners are, these are top MGS1 runners. So I think much going wrong between them. Um, I'm hoping for a photo finish at the end, but we'll see how it plays. What are you expecting from this?
I expect. I think I'm going to expect from great things because from Trom, he's an awesome player, and Plywood. I think that those two is going to be very close, very
Yeah,
straightforward.
I think he was on a break for a little while.
Yeah.
I joined the MGSR community kind of late, so I'm not familiar with Tama as well as I am with Ply and Tromboncino. We'll see how the runners do.
Let's fire that baby up.
All right, and so Tromboncino and Tama, I believe, are on emulator, and then Plywood is on his PS2.
PSTV. Yeah, right.
PS2 or PS2, I can't remember. Okay.
Yeah, I think he runs on his PSTV. It's the fastest way, you know.
All right, so if the runners are ready,
There we go.
Plywood started.
And Trom is also starting.
There goes Trom.
There we go.
All right, so on the screen, it just looks like Plywood is the only one working in this. Yeah, there we go. Thomas feed is coming in.
Yeah, it's a little bit delayed, 25 seconds.
Trom still not inside.
Trom is up, only Toma.
Looking at, yeah, I'd recommend Trom's feed on which side is just frozen, so you can't see what's going on. Minute mark, Plywood's about to 120.
Yeah, he is.
What was that noise?
Trom is 105, 110 now. Can't see Toma though. Okay.
There we go. Now Trom's feed is coming in. It's frozen again. It came in, but it froze. At the 2-minute mark, Toma.
Volume is so high.
Trom's working. Okay, now I think all three feeds are working fine on the stream, so we're able to see
All right.
all of them live. A 20-second head start between Tama. And there goes Trom. Oh, it going up
Hey,
the elevator. Hey, what's up, Pythonic?
yeah.
just a quick mention, we are actually going to restart since the technical difficulties were a little extreme. We're going to give these guys another shot, so we're going to restart the race.
Sounds good. Who's keeping the countdown for the start?
I am through
Is it more
text
just
in the
go?
Discord.
Okay.
All right, so let's redo all that. Get that confusion out of the way.
No worries.
Start off with a clean slate. Pretend nothing happened before this. Tromboncino and Plywood are at the game level screen. Yeah, Ginger knows. That was a warm up.
Yeah, see,
Test out the first area.
Thomas also there.
Oh, there you go. Thomas launching up. There it is.
There we go.
So who is your favorite to win this Mies? Who do you think is going to pull this off?
Ooh, it's gonna be this is a hard one, Sparty, because Plywood is my personal favorite. But I expect great things from Trom. I have seen him in action, and he's very good. So I think it's gonna be a close one.
I think I would. I don't know who to side with. I think, in my point of view, currently, I would put Tama as the underdog.
Yeah.
Familiar with him rather than anything else.
Okay.
Runners, it's only about a few seconds difference between each other, so
Yeah, that's for sure.
green race.
So we're off. Nice. Only a few seconds between streams. This is now a clean start. Looking good.
Let's see. I always like to look at the strategies people use.
Yeah.
Because it's just a time waster, so it's not like you're having to do anything specific.
Oh, this is good. Yeah, just waiting for the elevator. Maybe track down some guards, walk around them, or just kill them. Just killing.
Tama going straight up next to the forklift.
Where'd he go?
Chilling there. Tromboncino's having a nice dip. Pool area.
Taking that swing. Kicking some ass on the water.
Practicing his underwater combos. Because then when he gets above water, it'll be much faster.
Yeah.
And then Plywood, killing guards. A little something different while they're waiting for this elevator to come down.
Yeah, if everyone has his own thing of getting those cards. Or it's maybe for show.
So Trump picked up 2 rations. I can't remember if anyone else picked up rations. Oh, there goes Plywood. He picked up 1. I don't know if Tama picked up any rations here.
I think they are all in extreme in their head.
Alright, so now they're all waiting around the elevator area.
Looking good.
I'm still practicing his punch kick combos.
Maybe for the end. A little bit practice now and then.
Still, oh, there goes the elevators for Tama and Plywood coming down.
Only 1 or 2 sections. There we go.
Plywood and Tama are out of there. Tama's right behind him.
Only a few seconds.
Now this is the all bosses category, so
Yeah. What do you think of Mantis? How are they gonna do with Mantis? It's a tricky strat.
Yeah, it's a very tricky strat. Familiar myself with Easy. I've only watched it, so I can't speak on how difficult it truly is. Do you have experience running Mantis on Easy?
Yeah, I've done all bosses.
Hmm.
You can
Where,
take him in the beginning by stun, or you can take him from corners. There are a few things you can try. It's how he moves.
do you think
But
they're all gonna do the same strat, or is it gonna vary between each person?
I think they're all extreme minded, so they're gonna walk to the lights, get up the shaft, go down the guard, hit that fence. All the same strats I see here at the beginning. So
All right, they're down in the vents, crawling through.
yeah, so far it's going equal.
First challenge of this run will be at
Ocelot.
Ocelot
Yeah.
strat,
Yeah.
so they have to be very careful not to trip over the wires. 'Cause you get pretty close to the wires when you do this grenade
Yeah.
strat.
Yeah, that's for sure. If you do the gun strat, it's slower, and if you do nade strat, it's precisely. Yeah, that's for sure.
And it takes does it take 2 well-placed grenades to end that fight, or is it a 3 grenade?
I think
fight?
it's a three-way grenade.
3 grenades to kill
Yeah.
him. Okay. It doesn't matter the difficulty if you trip over those wires. At the Ocelot fight, it's game over.
It's done. Yeah, if you took the wire, it's done.
What was
So
that?
let's see how they're going to do it. Catch those C4.
Go through
But
the
first,
cell fight.
Yeah, the cell fight. Cell fight first with the mini bosses, the genome soldiers that we're going to face too.
I think the strat for the cell fight on easy is just you do all the killing, stay in the corner, shoot everyone that comes through, and then pick up the ammo.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, nothing special. Fast.
I'm not going to see
Not a difficult strat
past the
to
mineral
do.
spell. Yeah, this one is really frustrating on extreme, but on easy you don't have to rely on Meryl. That's the big key.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah.
Skipping through Codex. Codex skipping in MGS1. It really bothers me. Just mash,
Oh,
mash,
man.
mash, mash, mash.
My arm is killing
Every-
me.
Seems like every MGS from 1 to 4 got better at skipping Codex. Like 1 is just mashing. Then 2 is like a 2-button mash.
Yeah.
And then 4, there is no. You just press start.
Start and it's gone. Yeah, it's mashing. It's gonna kill your arm.
Alright, so Plywood grabs the gun, grabs the ration. Same with Tama. Ooh,
Tama
Tama
gets
takes
hit.
1 hit.
Yeah. Maybe some seconds there.
Yep. Tom takes 1 hit also.
What are you waiting for? Shoot!
Don't talk to me like a rookie.
I'm telling you,
And Ply's going
shoot!
to the corner. Guards that come through. Tama does the same thing. Runs to the corner. Taking off guards.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, he ran out of
Come on.
bullets. Tama ran out of bullets. Now he has to punch, kick. Covered. Grabbed some, but he might have to burn a ration.
Yeah. Now the respawning of the soldiers are way out. They're coming by one.
So Plywood's through that area.
Yeah, he's gone. Get into Ocelot.
Tama fell behind a little bit there as he ran out of ammo, and he had to try to recover. Took an extra hit.
Supply was going
Trump's
take
staring at
elevator. Going down. Gonna get the C4.
Uncool man, you're doing it in a very weird way, but I respect it. Grenades. You'll need those grenades against the next boss. Tama and Trom behind him.
Very close by them. Yeah.
Plywood definitely has taken a slight lead early game. Alright, as
Okay.
Plywood starts his. Oh, he's going.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Safe. It's safe.
Due to also safety, or if he wants to save his grenades.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be safe. Oh, we're all going to do the. Well, okay. Maybe save some nades for I don't know.
Yeah, definitely. Because the time you save in this fight with the nades might be offset by the time you waste later picking up more grenades.
Yeah, yeah. You need only 4, I think, with a tank. On easy.
Yeah, they'll have to waste 2 against the tank, correct?
Yeah. But yeah, you don't have an additional tanker, no, you have only 1. Yeah.
Alright, so they're done out of here, going up back to first floor. This is where you need to. Well, the devs intended you to call Meryl and have her open the gate for you.
Yeah, normally you have to, but you can use the glitch here.
Yeah, this took me a long time to figure out what was Meryl's frequency.
Back out the CD case!
Calling numbers until one finally worked.
Yeah. Mostly people don't know. They started to googling on the internet, but the game always says, look back at the CD case and just turn the box over and then stands Meryl with the codec.
Yeah, as a kid, it never occurred to me to look at the actual game.
No. Just play it.
Starts off with the chaff,
For safety, I think.
makes a beeline to the tank, cooks the grenade.
Good
One
throw. Clean.
Positions himself for the second throw as Trom also goes with the chaff.
Yeah, that's
That's
good one.
done, and Trom got it also.
Toma.
Going left route.
Wow.
See how you like that?
Goes the left route also. And then at the end, you're gonna get to the same area, but you're just gonna take a little loop going to the outside, which makes it a little slower.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
You're at the same spot. Done with the tank.
You have 3 fast throws, nothing special, good throws.
Definitely drag on if you miss those throws.
Yeah.
Boost to all 3 runners for just getting through it with just 2 grenades.
That's for sure.
Alright, plywood. One, getting the Nikita. Then going to B2.
Don't take that stun. I didn't take that stun. Okay. It's optional. You can take a stun in the corner to maybe for for the stairs later on. No, Trom does also. Don't get the stun also.
Let's see what Tama does. He goes bring the stinger.
He
and
takes
He
it.
goes with the stun.
Yep, he takes it.
Alright, Plywood maneuvering the Nikita missile. And he got it.
Yeah, good.
Starting out
Nice
his
one.
Nikita maneuvering. Takes a little while to get used to the maneuvering of the Stinger, especially on the first turn. You have to like time it perfectly.
I would take some damage there with the turret.
Strat for easy for the ninja, I believe, is the same as the Zone Extreme. Pain.
Yeah, just keep on kicking.
Just have to dodge his attacks and do a combo, dodge his attacks and do a combo until for each stage.
Yeah.
And getting through the bloody hallway. One of the coolest sights in FGS1.
Yeah, you think so?
Alright, Plywood starts ninja. So you want to go up to him, punch, kick. Teleports, or he just does a cartwheel, another punch, kick. Then you
Yeah.
wait for him to teleport, and you continue that again.
This cutscene and from
Now,
then you
make me feel it. Make
So looking
me
at
feel alive
Plywood
again.
So you go up to him, punch, kick. And he goes into the cartwheel. Again, you want to stay on him, punch, kick. Then he jumps in the air, dodge.
Now we can fight
Does
it
not do
for
it. Oh, so he's just the
And
part
yeah.
that's different on easy than the extreme. He doesn't do
Just-
that's
just-
right there.
Only a fool trusts his life to a weapon.
just going to stand still because there is a little less distance the ninja has to.
So that's the difference. He doesn't do his little jumping lunge attack.
Stay close to him. He won't do
Alternate
it.
between them.
Don't you can do it, but can't do it often.
So it's the distance you have between yourself.
Yeah, the closer you win first, the better it is for you to take less or don't take damage at all.
Alright, Tom, I'll make it way through the second stage. Plywood, last stage, I believe this is, where he teleports behind you and punches.
Like old times.
Yeah, Tron is also going to the last stage now.
Far away, get to make up ground. So now he's also on the third stage. Time your attacks and also pick up allies around the ground.
That's it. I
And then
remember.
when the ninja goes into his last attack, he has that force field around him. That's Tromboncino is about to witness. Distance
Yeah.
between yourself and him.
Avoid that. it's taking a lot of damage, especially when you're going high difficulty. It's going to be hard. So Plywood is done. He's going further.
Almost done.
Only Tama left.
Thomas still has about one or two more combos. Let's see if you can finish him off. Yep, there it is. So now he creates some distance to avoid that. This is a very lengthy cutscene that happens here with all the codec calls and all the
Yeah.
talking. How long this takes to just play it naturally, but it's quite a while. That's why it
It's-
takes a little bit to skip it all too.
Yes. Almost steady pace, I think. 21 is average, 22 at Psycho.
All right, Plywood is getting out of there, making his way to Meryl and then Psycho Mantis. Middle of skipping that cutscene, I believe. Same with Tama. This cutscene does take a little while to skip. All right,
Yeah,
Trama's
especially-
done.
Especially on a PS2.
Some stuns you could grab here before making your way to B1.
Yeah, you can do that. That's
See
optional.
if Trom grabs them. He's going up, and there he goes.
Russian.
2 packs. You're meeting Meryl in the restroom. Tama, if he grabs any here. I know he grabbed the one before the stage.
Yeah. Yeah, it takes it also.
And the cardboard box for Trom. He goes into the restroom.
Don't move.
Alright, so Tama making his way up the hallway, and he also grabs 2. So he has 3 packs of stuns now.
That's good.
Okay, let's go.
Clears
I know this place better than you.
the tower
I'll be point man.
for
Follow
a bit,
me.
and maybe the bridge. The part. Maybe
That's
use one or
strange.
two
There's
there.
no guard.
What
I
happened to
think
the
he
music?
either took it for the
I'll keep a
tower in
lookout.
case something goes
Make
wrong.
sure
He has
you're
the
ready,
extra
okay?
backup, and also
Yeah.
the bridge, like you said. Apply, getting ready for Psycho Mantis.
Taking his stuns.
Are you still feeling confident in Plywood winning this?
Still have my bets.
Confident.
Still have my bets on him. See how it goes. They all going to face him on Hideo. So he starts in the corner.
Starts at the top right. Plywood, one shot, grabs some ammo. Then he goes to first person to see where he is. If you go into first person view against Psycho Mantis, you can see from his point of view, and then you're able to figure out which area of the room he's in. Plywood goes with the grenade and he just got him.
Just got him in time. Almost get a chair against his head.
Chair in the face, but it was right after. A close call, but he got through it. Trom is going with the Farmer strat. And then he's going with the grenade and gun also.
Nice.
You are powerful indeed, but I know your weak point.
Tama's getting ready to start his phase.
And right where you can
As
see
Plywood
you,
takes a chair to the
blow
face.
your brains out.
Tama goes to
Oh.
Meryl!
And another one.
2 chairs to the face. Now he goes crouch.
Painting.
Looking at Tama, see what he does. He goes to the corner and he goes with the promise and then switches to the grenade and he damages himself. So you wanna, when you throw the grenade, you wanna turn your back to Psycho Mantis, correct? To avoid damage. Is that how it goes?
You have different strats here. You can choose the safe way and stand in the corner and wait for him to show up, or you can fast and take some, I don't know, take some chances. Just equip the gun, triangle, fast. Look at where he stands, look where he sees, and yeah, you can do that also. So
All right, Thomas falling a little behind. See,
I'll take
he's
point.
still in the Psycho Mantis
Snake,
fight.
you follow me.
He's going with the first person Famas. And he's done. Alright, Trom glitches into the wall. He has a little bit of trouble getting the box to go through the wall, and he's making his way towards Meryl. Plywood making his way to
Snake, what's wrong?
Wolf 1.
I thought you were good with dogs.
They do again, or how the fight goes against Wolf 1 here. So this little cutscene that cannot skip this. You just
This
have to let
place is
her
mine.
walk around.
I'll take point again.
yeah.
Stay back, okay?
But the radar isn't working. And since we can't use the mine detector either...
Leave it to me.
Alright, Tama's also going through the little clip, and he got it. Alright, Plywood is done watching Meryl do all that.
Let's
And then
see.
at the end, just runs straight up. I wonder if they did this on purpose to actually make you just run straight
So,
up
what do you think? Pretty good, huh?
Yeah,
How
because
did you know where the mines
between
were?
Meryl and
It sounds weird,
Snake.
but when Mantis dove into my mind,
because
I
they're
was able to see where the mines were
had cleared
placed.
it with
Are you
the twin
impressed?
snakes. You
Wow,
don't
a little
get
bit.
to
Only
go
a little?
through straight through. You have to walk around it.
oh, okay.
In twin snakes, you get a kick ass by a nade. So by the mines, you don't get to go forward. So
Tromboncino goes into his box, so Wolf doesn't see him.
yeah.
All right, now
So-
it's backtracking to go get the PSG-1 sniper rifle. You want to avoid these, the wolves. Plywood gets a chunk of his from him by that wolf, but he gets up and he keeps going.
Yeah, it takes some
Tromboncino
time.
right behind him.
You don't have to get scared of the dogs because their reaction time is just that low.
Hmm.
You can react with the dog. They don't jump at you.
When they attack, it's a straight line. So if you move diagonally or anywhere out of there, you can kind of dodge their attack.
I think when you crunch, you can dodge it.
Okay.
So if they attack you, you crunch and you dodge the attack. And you can walk around them. If they face you, you walk around and they're very slow reacting. With twin snakes, they jump from the one side to another. They're really annoying. But
Tama's getting through these dogs, and
Oh.
he maneuvers around them.
oh, he got lucky there.
Yeah. I don't know if that was luck or that's just pure skill by Tama, just to move around like that. Gun route, and he just started shooting all the dogs. But we'll pretend that Tama knew exactly what he was doing. Maneuvered the dogs. Alright, Plywood's in the tank hangar. Let's see what strats they use for getting the PSG-1. Tama, you gotta play along. You gotta say that was skill. So he goes with a stun grenade. Grabs the PSG-1 ammo. He's out of there. Let's see what Tromboncino does. Flip. Flip. Stun grenade. Grab the PSG-1, grab the ammo. And get out of there. Same strats used by both Pywood and Tron. He gets down there.
That was good. It was good elevator both.
Now Plywood and Tron making their way back to Wolf 1. Here comes Tama. Let's see what he does if he goes flip. He has 7 shafts. Oh, he waits a little. Goes back, then he goes into the room. He does the almost the extreme strat. Grabs the ammo, then he crawls back through. Much slower.
It's an option. It's the safe way.
The stun strat looked like it was pretty safe. The way I did it, it just looked so effortless.
So Plywood is getting back to the cave. And Trom is just exiting the elevator.
I remember Trom is about 7, 8 seconds behind Plywood when he started, so they're kind of neck and neck here.
Yeah.
Alma making his way through the snowfields to the warhead storage room. Plywood starts with the sniper rifle and he takes a hit. Let's see. Oh, he gets Meryl. Gets one more hit in. Gets another hit in. Blur now. So he gets a little closer. They don't have Pentazimin, so I'm guessing that's why they keep going in and out of there.
It's faster. It's faster when you zoom in and out. You have more reaction for sniping down Wolf, and it's faster. It's way faster.
So Plywood done. Good fight. Trom, good fight. I think Trom actually might have made up a second or two in that fight.
Yeah, it was a fast one. It was a clean fight. Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
All right, so it is. We've had a bid war running so far for the Meryl versus Otacon ending, and Meryl has officially won at a total of 105 to 55. So our racers today will be mashing themselves through the torture. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, specifically. Thank you for all your generous support and donations. I greatly appreciate it.
All right, thanks Pythonicus. So they are gonna have to actually go through the torture stage for once.
They must
rarely go through. The speedrunners rarely go through the torture. They just press select as soon as the first frame comes up.
That?
Yep.
We go
They have to actually mash. And I can't remember how many stages.
Oh, it's just been a while that I did this thread with Save Meryl. I can't remember.
Had enough
It's
yet?
like 3 or 4 times you have to get through
We're
it before
not
you get thrown in the
finished
cell.
yet.
Yeah, I guess so.
Tama, really good. He's making his way to the torture scene.
Trom is a little bit struggling with his
You're a
HP.
strong man.
Well, I think he did that on purpose just because that was the last stage.
Oh yeah.
don't think he would be struggling on easy. I could be wrong. So I'm gonna count the amount of times that Tama will have to go through this.
Yeah,
Plywood
do
and
that.
Troms.
Do that.
Let's see how it's on easy. Trom looking at the little maggots on the floor. That's what he does.
Counting those maggots. How many are
so
there?
He's trying to get as close as possible. Alright, so that's 1 for Tama.
All rounds are 3 on integral. So 3
So that
rounds.
makes sense. 'Cause every time you jump up a difficulty, it goes up 1. I know on extreme, you have to go through 6.
Oh yeah. Nice.
And one thing that a lot of people don't know is when the torture scene is session is getting towards the end, when Ocelot stops, you can still regain your health a little.
Oh yeah.
So when the timer goes all the way down, watch Tama. He can still regain his health right there by mashing at the end of it.
Shut up! Shut up in there, will ya?
That makes extreme a lot easier.
Shut up in there,
So
will
now
ya?
they're all in their little prison cell.
Shut up!
Yeah, and Trom is still punching his way around.
Spazzing out a little bit. Alma is trying to crawl up. Ziggin over there,
And it's across, yeah.
working on his breakdancing or his swimming.
Shut up!
And so Plywood's being taken to the second.
Snake, it's
Oh,
showtime. Ocelot wants you.
yeah, the torture round number does not change on integral from difficulty. Okay.
Alright, so Plywood's getting ready to mash again to save Meryl.
Okay, I'll tell you once more.
He's doing good.
Which ending do you like
Press the
personally? Not speedrun wise, but just playing through it wise.
Yeah, you like the whole thing.
Do you like to save Meryl or do you like to save Otto?
With the story, if I do story, yeah, sure,
did you like
gotta save
that?
Meryl. But if you run it,
Shall we go
fuck
again?
it. So
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. If you go in story, you gotta save Meryl.
yeah,
Because
you gotta
Otacon
save
makes it out of there regardless.
Gentle reminder that Meryl is the canon ending.
Yeah. It is.
Otacon, yeah, like Otacon makes it out of there even Otacon ending.
Had enough yet?
But yeah,
We're
now
not
we're
finished yet.
gonna save Meryl this time. So all
Alma doing some helicopter spins. Waiting. Boat's done with his torture. Tron.
I think it's his last sequence. Last round.
Thomas getting thrown back into the torture scene one more time. Personally, I do like the torture sequences in 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And then 2 you have with Raiden,
Oh yeah.
with Solidus. Check
Mhm.
it out. It's like there is a torture section, but
It's
you don't
very
really have to do
small.
anything.
No.
And 4, they're just like, we're not gonna have it. Or they do have the little microwave hallway, but
Yeah, it's not
that's a
a
joke.
yeah, not a big deal.
Shut up in there, will ya? Oh, my stomach.
Alright, Tom was done with his torture section. Soon.
Little
He's not.
oh oh wow.
White, but it's just
Glitch.
he's alright now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're good.
A little hairy in there, but
Little
seems fine
hiccup.
now. Tells you why in the speedruns you always go with the Otacon ending. Look how much time this took.
Yeah, it saves some time. Yeah.
All right, plywood going with the ketchup.
Oh, jeez. He's coming back.
Waiting for
See you
Johnny
later.
to come through and see him.
Wait!
Trom.
I think
Trom is
he's
going with the door.
Yeah. And plywood is facing the guard, so he triggered the alarm. Stand up fast.
Yeah,
That way.
there it is.
Yeah. Takes. I think it saves a second, maybe 2.
Yeah, it definitely looks like it. He has a little distance between himself and Trom.
Thelma needs another sequence. Just waiting for
Otacon.
the con. Yeah.
Alright, now let's get back to the gameplay. Enough of the torture scene for Plywood and Trom as they make their way fought Wolf 1.
Heading
And we're gonna get to the tower.
Getting back to the nuke building, back to the cave, and heading into the tower and starting the stairway, the staircase, a lot of way up.
Do you like the stairway, the tower climb, or do you hate it?
If it go well, I love it because you must equip a Jeff or a stun, what you prefer, and you're gonna switch with those cards. You know the throw around the shoulder when you are heading up. So that requires a timing. That requires really timing if you want to do that correctly. So it can be a good run, it can be a fast run, but it can also be a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like, I like it when everything goes smooth. I really like the tower climb. It looks great. This is when you start hating it. Because it could go wrong pretty quick.
Yeah, it can.
Alright, Trom has made a little bit of ground here. I want to say like 1 or 2 seconds from the cell scene to here. Tama making his way through the snowfield.
Yeah, still the box.
Yeah, you do the box here, the little clip so you can go around the dogs, and also you don't have to keep falling through. There's some codex to skip. Was taken. So then after the stairs, you're gonna go... What's the next boss? The next boss would be the Harrier, correct?
Yep, that's correct.
Alright, Plywood making his way almost to the towers. There he goes. Alright, so let's see what Plywood does. He cooks the grenade. Then launches it.
Yeah, saves. Skips the cutscene.
If you don't do that and you just go right through, there'll be like a little mini cutscene where the guards following behind you. So
Yep.
by exact time you skip that cutscene and you go straight into the climb.
Let's see if anyone can make damage or do a clean run. Good so far, good. Doing good. First down. Throws it flash. Yes, doing good.
Plywood making his way. There goes the stun. Trom just throws a stun, so it'll go off. Look, there it goes. Flip by.
Yeah.
Plywood gets
Doing good.
Tromboncino right behind him. Let's see what he does. Oh, he takes a hit.
Hey.
And there's another flip, and he got it. Okay. Plywood and flips that guy.
Nice one. Nice one.
There's a
Nice
guy right
final.
behind him. He stops and flips that guy behind him first. And he's still looking behind him. Guy into the other guy, and then he halts the other guy in progress. So
Got all three of them. That's good.
alright, so Plywood makes his way up to the roofs, but before the Harrier fight, and the bridge.
Yeah, the bridge you can also use different strats. You can use your PSG1 to take the guards out, or you can use the stun to dodge the bullets and stun your way. And I think
Let's see what repel strats they use, and they use the same one. No, Plywood and Trom. Mega, what's up? Plywood's going to the right first, then jumps all the way left. Takes a steam damage. It's a lot better to take steam damage than the barrier bullets. And he's done. Trom also going to the right, then moving all the way left. Here, down. When it takes steam damage, you avoid those, the Harrier. And he's also done. So Pyre goes with the stuns. And one more stun. And that's it. Let's see what Trom does here. Trom goes with the PSG1. Nope. He says, never mind. I think he was mixing up his strats. I don't know what happened there. Maybe he did it on purpose. Alright, so Plywood's going all the way down, so you have to go all the way down the stairs. Look at the broken one, and then make your way back to the top. What Trom is doing, going downstairs, looking at the broken section. It was on purpose? Okay.
Damn.
The broken stairs while Tama is getting ready to do the rappel. It starts down, you get this codec call that's unskippable the first time you do it. It goes left, then goes left again, so he doesn't do the all the way, he doesn't go all the way left. He takes steam damage one more time here to avoid the bullets. Repels again. Is done. So good repel for Tama as he's making his way through the bridge. Tama grabs some ammo, throws a stun, throws another stun. Section while Plywood and Trom are making their way all the way up to the roof. So Mies will be right back while I do this solo for a little bit. Alright, we have ladder bosses. 3, well this is a stair boss. Plywood is done. And Trauma's almost to the top, while Thomas downstairs looking at the broken section that makes his way back up. He fight Plywood, so he gets off the first hit and tries to get another one, and he gets it as the Harrier crosses. So the third time, Trom starts with 1 hit, clips the ration. Harrier 1 more time. And waits for the Harrier to come back. It's a 3rd time. Looking at both Plywood and Trom simultaneously. Plywood goes up and grabs the hammer. Ration. And same thing. Once the Harrier goes to a certain damage point, it fires off that damage where it takes out the right part of the map. Plywood is looking to see where the Harrier is going. Side. Takes 1 hit. Hind D. I keep calling it the Harrier. I apologize.
Yeah, Harrier. It's Hind D. Harrier. They
And
pronounce it also like a Harrier. No worries. They must keep him up. They must keep him up because if he goes down, it's losing so much time. So if it flickers in the air, wait before it runs out and then shoot it again. So the Hind must stay up.
Right, so when it's flickering, it has iframes. Just want to wait a little bit. It's also when it's shooting its machine gun.
Missed it.
Just missed it, but he got it
Ooh.
at the end.
Got it close one. He recovered good, yeah.
Yeah. It almost got away from him, but he was able to damage it.
So when Thomas starts with the fight now, I hope he gets a clean
He does-
fight.
This is like kind of the extreme version I see a lot. You shoot it, then you go all the way to the other side. Every time you attack the Harrier, it always flies across the opposite side where it gets attacked.
Yeah.
Go shoot to the other side.
Do you have seen extreme runs with the Hind D from one of these players? Sparty?
I've seen Trom's extreme run. I don't think I've seen Plywood. I've seen Plywood and Tama, but I just don't remember it. I do remember Trom's extreme run.
Does he use the same strat that you use here?
No, in easy you can take a lot riskier strats by standing in the middle of the map and taking hits and using rations. Where in extreme, shoot the Hind once, then go ahead and hide and wait for him to shoot at you, and then keep dodging its fire. Because in easy, you can afford to get hit a couple times. You can even use a ration, but in extreme, you don't have that.
And in extreme, everyone goes for the big boss title, no?
Yes, you go for the big. These players go for the big boss rank, so they either here they want to save it for either a later stage in the game, or maybe they've already used it. Tama gets the Hind kind of locked in place. You got 2 more hits, I believe. It was 1, maybe 3 more.
Yeah, one
No.
more.
Oh, that's what I mean. I think he got it.
Almost. I thought he would buy it.
Way to Wolf 2, which is one of the most frustrating fights to learn.
Wolf 2?
Yeah,
You think? Yeah.
personally, for me, it was one of the most frustrating fights to learn.
Too late, Snake. Now die.
is she covers a lot of ground.
Yeah,
Compared to
yeah.
Wolf 1, she's kind of limited to where she's moving, so it's easy. Combine that with the PS1 controls, it's just not a fun fight.
PS1 is hard to handle. You can choose between look at with the PS1 or just take your stinger out and locate her and then trigger it.
Yeah.
There are options.
I like to start with the stinger first to locate where she is. Tree, and she's stationary. You wanted to shoot a stinger.
Yeah, you can do
Up
that
from
also.
there, and then he's going. So we'll see how these players start off their fight.
Playwatch and Trom starting almost simultaneously on the fight. Doma is climbing down the stairs, cooking that nade.
Looks so cool when they cook the nade. They blow up those cameras from the side view.
Yeah, it looks easy, but it isn't.
Yeah, like you have to perfectly time when you start cooking your nade, and then the angle at which you throw it. So I would. But one way to dodge her is if you miss her, and she's about to shoot you, is take out your sniper rifle, unequip it, and then go into first person and just the kind of strafe right and left. But it can be done.
It can.
Let's see how the fight goes for Trom and Plywood.
Trom
is stronger. Plywood a little behind, takes one hit. There goes Trom, goes with the stinger first to damage her when she's hiding behind the tree. Then he's just looking where she's running, and he's done.
Wow, that was a good fight.
Good fight for Trom as he's taken the lead.
Way.
And Plywood right behind him. Also a little difficult when she's running right and left because you have to shoot like a little ahead of her, so by the time the bullet travels, it hits her.
Yeah, she can also change direction suddenly from out of a tree left. Oh no, turning right. You know.
Yeah, the most frustrating is when you think she's running one way, so you shoot ahead of her, but then she goes opposite direction.
Yeah.
The Nikita definitely takes a lot longer.
Yeah, that's for sure. Let's see how it goes with the
Trom cooks the grenade, just to blow up that crane. Let's see if he gets it. Got it.
Nice. First try.
Grenade strat here, you have to wait for the crane to stop moving, and it just took forever. Plywood with the Nikita strat.
That's good.
Blow up the crane.
First throw stun, no guards alerted, and then
So Trom goes into that room, then he goes back in. This is to make the elevator that's coming up automatically spawn up here. If you kind of go into it the first time, you have to wait for this big elevator to slowly come up.
yeah,
Automatically spawns right there for you.
I think that saves her between 3 and 5 seconds at least.
Trom goes on the throw, then he kicks. And he doesn't get the other kick. You want to kick him off the... He just chokes him out instead.
Plywood used a nade.
Plywood just used the nade, and the explosion from the nade just threw him off the stage.
That's also an option.
A little bit of time right there. They're almost like at the same exact area, although Tromboncino is about 8 seconds behind he started, so he does have a slight lead.
He has an advantage.
Was Wolf 2. when she goes behind that hill, it's kind of annoying to know if she's going right or left because she can change directions in the middle of that hill. A tree, he takes out the stinger, can't locate her. It's onto her because the hitbox is so small, and he finishes the fight with the stinger. Alright, so Trom and Plywood making their way towards Raven.
Yes. You can Raven. Man with a big gun. You can also do it with different strats. You can use the Nikita strat, you can use the Nate strat or the C4. I think they're going to be the Nate.
I think they can go with the Nate strat on easy.
It's faster. It's faster. Yeah. If they have enough rations, they can do it.
I believe they have plenty of rations, so that shouldn't be an issue.
You can easily spend up to 4 or 5.
She uses the same amount of health, Thunder.
Oh, they go both to Nikita strat.
Oh, they go, yeah, Nikita strat. I look at some cool 360s.
Yeah, that first Nikita, yeah.
I was like, what are you doing? He goes around twice.
You waited for Raven to take a few more steps. Then fire. Yeah. Right angle. If you don't have the right angle, oh, play with.
Oh, he messed it up. He has to take the kill.
Ooh,
You're
going to the
grenades. Yeah, he's trying to finish him off with the grenades and burn through his rations. So he has 4 rations. So he has 2 more grenades that should finish him now. There's the grenade, and
Yep, that's it.
yeah, he burned through his rations, and good improvisation right there.
Yeah, improvised. Yeah,
Yep, good recovery.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people are so used to doing a strat one way that when things go wrong, they don't know what to do. Basis always brings out like cool backup strats people use, and you can really tell the people that know the game from the people that just kind of learn it one way, and that's the only way they know how to play, or like races. So
Yeah,
like,
it was.
because not everything's gonna go perfect.
It was a
and you can't
surprise
use
for me. Yeah. Because
That's a big reason why I like races.
yeah, because Plywood and Trom they're both experienced players, dus I thought they weren't going to use the Nate strat, and they're both going to use the Nikita strat for safe purposes, I think.
They're getting it through the Rex layer. Nothing much going on in this part of the run.
No, this is
this
is mainly the cards.
Yeah, for a while, Toma's making his way through the flip, good flip. He gets 2 good flips, and then he chokes out the other guard. A nice fight.
Steady, yes.
Maybe.
Yeah, but this is the card part. So the red.
And the rat is always coming a little bit.
Yeah.
So I hope they made a sacrifice to NGS1 gods before this run to get the RNG rat.
Yeah, with Integral they have 3 places where you can locate the card, just below on the right, in the middle, or left in the corner. There are 3 ways where the rat can spawn, or 2 ways where the rat can spawn, and the last thing that is optional is that the card is already in the ditch in the middle. So 3 options. Let's see how that goes. If I
So
hope.
keeping an eye on Trauma. He's going down to fight Raven. Let's see
Yeah.
if he goes with the Stinger.
Let's see how he does the strat. Does he do the nade strat or the Ikeda strat?
I don't know if he has enough grenades to do the nade strat. I think that the nade strat requires a lot of grenades, correct?
If you do the, especially I think easily 9, 6 to 9
9.
grenades. 9, yeah.
I don't know if he has that many grenades.
I don't think so. I think he used a lot
Let's
of
see,
tower.
Yeah, definitely. So probably going with the
Ah, grenade. Oh, he going to try it.
He has 9.
He has 9.
So let's see.
It must be a perfect one.
One. So he's just gonna burn through his rations and damage. Done. Then I'm taking you out with me. Oh, so Trom is waiting for the rat.
Yeah,
Still waiting for the rat.
He went back into the vent.
That's a killer. How he's changing up spots.
Yeah, this is
Going
smart.
into the sewer.
And he is having equipped.
There he is.
There we go. Wow, that's lucky.
Let's see what Ply does. His
He
rat
uses
is
his
not
stinger.
spawning for him. Oh, is that it? There it is. He's just waiting for it to come out of the.
Yeah, waited to
And
come
he
out
gets-
for his stinger.
Yeah. Alright, so Trom and Ply got the PAL key. Now it's a bunch of on. Go take the PAL key back up. And they have to take it back down, back up, back down. So this they just made this game longer than what it was supposed to be by adding all this backtracking between them.
They have a great solution though, because the Twin Snakes version on the GameCube has a lovely part here. It saves a lot of time.
But the MGS1 version, none of that. So one can come up with a way to freeze and heat up the key.
Yep.
Tracking going on. So first, they freeze the key.
First is the neutral, huh?
Can you? Yeah, the first is the neutral one.
Yeah. The room temperature key, I don't know how do you call it, but it's blank. It's no.
Can you up the key first, then bring
No.
it here, or do you have to?
No. You must follow the sequence because it's not getting error. So you don't get to start with the room or the boiler room or the freeze. You must go from left to right. So yeah, that's now what we're going to do. The runners that we have, we're going to put in the key sequence, the temperature, room temperature, the freeze key. The freeze key we're gonna do near Raven, and then we go way up. We're gonna warm the key. Approximately takes a minute, or you can hear it from the tunes, from the music. I think all three is going to hear about some tunes in the music, and then we can go back with the card.
Yeah. Some runners use the timer to see when the card changes temperature. Some runners use the music as their cue. So Trom is in the Raven cold storage room. So just waiting for the key to freeze.
And meanwhile, you
So,
can
one
gather some resources if you want, some stinger missiles, maybe a ration if you didn't have to pick it up. So killing some time.
I think what a cool thing they could have added is if you can change the key temperature regardless of order. Sewer, then you can just directly go to the boiler room.
Yeah.
Then go up. Then wait
Be
a
great.
little bit for it to like change temperatures back to normal. Then come back here, freeze it. But unfortunately, you have to follow the order.
It should have been easier than. from warm to cold. Oh well.
Trom gets his audio cue or his timer cue, and he is going back up as the key freezes for him.
Throwing the chaff right there.
You can get through it without the chaff in that stage, but you don't have to take wider turns to avoid the wait.
Yeah, it saves.
to the
It saves once. I don't know, half a second less.
If you have the extra chaff grenades, you might as well use it now.
This is an easy run. You can use the chaff with Rex. The first stage, you can use the chaff on easy.
Good call.
So maybe one or two players maybe throw some chaffs on Rex. I don't know.
Mama gets the key and he's going back up. Tom is making his way to secure the frozen PAL key. And Tom is making his way to the boiler room to heat up the key. Not much action going on in this part of the game. Just a lot of
No, it's just the key sequence, the normal key, the hot key, the keys from the keys. Maybe Python, do we have some donations? Can you elaborate us? Maybe some additional information.
would have called it out.
Yeah, sadly, no donations, but that's just fine. We've met the goal. However, I would like to mention that we do indeed have another bid war. We have two more bid wars, in fact. We have Twin Snakes coming up later tonight, and you can choose the ending they go for in Twin Snakes as well, between Meryl and Otacon. Currently, Otacon is in the lead at 139 and a cent over Meryl, who is at 135. And then we also have a bid war for Parasite Eve to name Ea Brea. Currently, Wendy is in the lead at $45, and Copper Tank trailing behind at 35.
Okay, thank you, Python. So bid wars are up, people. So place your bets, and let's see how Toma is doing right now. He's a little bit behind.
Tama's on the way to freeze the key, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, did the red part. The other two are going to the last sequence of the key. Yep, he's getting it cold, where the others getting it hot.
Other difficulties, some people like to use the boiler room to stock up on either ammo or maybe grab body armor. They'll be doing any of that.
Yeah, you can go to the boiler room to get some Stinger missiles and stack it all up, but you save or you lose additional 10 seconds for the music. So you lose time if you go into the boiler room. That pauses the game a bit, and then when you exit it, yeah. So the safe thing, if you want to do it quickly, is just stand in the boiler room, wait for the sound sequence, or check the timer and then go back.
Alright, Plywood and Trom. Almost at the boiler room. Yeah, they're still just going up the elevator slowly. Barely.
Let's see what they do.
All right, Trom, I think is done with the elevator sequence. Should be coming to a stop. Yep, and he's making his way to the boiler room now. So you could be in any part of the boiler room. Just it would be cool if you're closer to the magma or the heat. It gets closer, but just want to stick around as possible to the edge of the loading screen. Now he's doing his little punch combo, getting ready for liquid.
Yeah, I think he's needs some practice just in case.
Just muscle memory down. Plywood, on the other hand, is moving up
It's
the
hard.
map as possible without going into it. So as soon as he's out of there.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. The punch kick or the infinity, one punch, two punch, or the combo on top. It's the hardest part in the game for me. I don't know about you, Paul.
It's definitely as I have with it. If I practice it a lot, I'll be used to it, but a few days, the timing will be all off. So it's definitely something that I'd always have to stay on top of it because you can forget the rhythm and the combo quickly. Sorry, we save Meryl.
Sorry, Glenn.
As the game
Too
tempted me to
bad.
do so. Solid Snake does not give up that
It's
easily.
looking good. Oh, Meryl Otacon, it's going tight. Going tight. So-
Going back down, going through the Raven stage. Forgot what the name of that area is called.
Yeah, I call it also Raven. It's cold. It's cold there.
The freezer room, the room that's cold. There you go. The cold room.
Raven part. Everyone knows where Raven is. Raven is only at one spot and that's there when he has his
I'm now going up to the boiler room. And Plywood's going crazy with the SOCOM, and he's doing some helicopter spins.
I think he is troubling to stand still.
This is a good spot for speedrunning the game if you want to like take a quick break, get something to drink.
Yeah,
Area too much, but it does draw out a little bit.
30,
They could have cut
30
it a lot
seconds.
shorter. Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't have codecs on you. Is that Plywood is getting back up? What?
Why is Plywood going up? I don't get it.
Oh, I think his key didn't warm up.
He accidentally pressed something, or does he do that on purpose?
I think he didn't wait
Long enough for the
for
key
his
to heat up?
Yeah, yeah, I think so.
Oh.
So that's GG then for him. He can yeah, that's that's a pain in the ass.
Wonder if you use the timer or
Wow. Okay.
the audio mute key, but he's going to have to go back up the 2 elevators, not just one.
Wow. Never seen that before with Plywood though. That's a first. That's a first.
I've seen that in a race where you just miss one. Like, if you miss the freezing the key, it's not that bad. It isn't a whole lot, but if you miss
That's always
the whole elevator animation,
yeah. I always check my key before I go. Always.
yeah, same. I know it wastes time, but I need that visual cue to tell me that. I'm done.
Oh man. I think the ground is yeah, how does the expression go? I think he's in the basement or something. Check your key.
So now Plywood and Tama are kind of at the same area, and Trom
Yeah.
is
Yeah, I think so. Maybe
something.
maybe they gonna team up.
Alright, so Trom calls Otacon to help him escape from this room. He's gonna open up the door for him, and he's gonna start the. Wait. Hey, what's up, Copper?
Hope his key is now warm. It didn't check his key, but
I think I'd be paranoid at this point where I check it 3 times before I go down.
yeah.
So Plywood went from almost first to last.
Yeah, so far, yeah.
So Trom is getting positioning himself. Stage of the Rex Rise shoots twice, and 3 times, and 5 times.
Yes, clean Rex, clean Rex.
No good. I can't do it.
And then the second stage will be starting soon for Trom.
After Zanzibar, I was taken from the battle, neither truly alive nor truly dead. An undying shadow.
Tama and Plywood slowly making their way down the elevator to place the heated up key.
Good. I can't do it.
Alright, Trom, you should move off and goes to work. Just stay in one spot and shoot. And that's the fight. So now the escape sequence, or the fight against Liquid on top of Rex, and the escape sequence is remaining. Plywood going through his codec in English while Tama finishes up his codex in Japanese. Tama going through the cold storage room while Plywood slowly waits for the elevator.
If you win,
Now it seems like it's a
you
little
might
race
still be
for
able to
second and
save
third,
her.
as Trom has first in the bag.
You could enjoy one brief moment of love before the end. If you cross this line, you fall.
Well, let's
At
see what
this
Trom
height,
does.
it will kill
Strat he
even
goes with.
you.
Gonna take some chances or play it safe.
Yeah, you might actually watching the stream. They can play me safe. Nope, 1 foot. And then
Yep, Infinity.
you don't need the 2 punches. You don't want to kick him. Kick him, it'll knock him off, and then he cannot keep up this sequence. So he waits until his health is at the end, that punching is a lot harder than it looks because you have to keep up that same pace throughout the whole. And if you either are too slow in your next punches or if you're too fast, it throws off the whole fight.
Hurry!
Yeah, it's all about timing there.
I'll drive. Damn, a surveillance camera. Damn, no keys.
It's kind of cool seeing Meryl in one of these speedrun races. I don't remember the last time, but I saw Meryl.
I got it, Snake.
And
Jump
still
in.
change the pace.
Didn't well, but I
Thanks to everyone who donated to get this.
Yeah, thank you so much. Much appreciated.
Uh-oh, Snake. Here they come. Okay, Snake, let's go. We're not out of the woods yet. Here they come. We'll never make it. Snake, clear a path. Get it, Snake.
Not yet, Snake! It's not over yet! Liquid!
Well, it appears that Discord has officially gone down at the moment. So bear with us for a few here. I'll try and take over commentary duty, I suppose. So Tama into phase 2 of the Rex fight, while Plywood's waiting for the ninja's speech. And meanwhile, Tromboncino, just about to wrap up here. He's in the second to last phase with Liquid, who operates on kind of a hidden health bar system. And the way the fight ends is that you have to deal enough damage to him in order for him to switch phases. And Tromboncino taking it home. Very, very, very nicely done. Very good run. It was a very close race up until the unfortunate happenings with the key card there. So timing will end just as soon as the final codex and cutscenes are mashed through here. Plywood just finishing with Rex. Now both Tama and Plywood will be going to the escape sequence with the Jeep, and like I said, Liquid there will, or sorry, no, fist fight first. So we'll see how their luck turns out with the infinite combo. I know all three of these runners have some extensive practice with the strategy. But even then, it's as Sparty and Mies were saying, that it's not a very easy thing to accomplish. Unfortunately, Tama missing out with the backup, though. He's going to be able to get some extra damage in with the semi-infinite. There we go. He's got him back in the corner, but going to drop again, unfortunately. Meanwhile, Plywood's about to start here. Going with a zero throw setup. His rhythm is looking good. Tama, unfortunately, since he missed his setup, he's gonna have to do this a bit longer. And Liquid is down on Plywood's end. So Plywood now going to be going to the escape sequence, and Tama will be closely following behind as soon as Liquid falls off Metal Gear here. There he goes. So now it is an incredibly close race for second place here. And as I said, Liquid in the Jeep section is a very odd hidden health system, and you have to progress through the phases as quickly as possible. There are certain ways of doing that. Mainly, you want to be trying to hit shots through phase transitions. I think the maximum is 3, but getting any is pretty good for speeding up that little section of the game. So Plywood's off to the races, as it were. He's going to set up here to try and hit the barrel as soon as possible, using visual cues on the Jeep. And there goes Tama, closely behind. Plywood through the first checkpoint at 129.47. We'll see where Tama's at. Looks like he's going to be just a couple of seconds behind at 129.50. So there's 3 seconds difference between the two runners at this very moment. And it's all down to Liquid. So for this first phase, the runners are going to have to wait a little bit and kind of aim away from Liquid just so that he won't duck behind the wheel too much. In the second phase, it's just timing your shots. There's not much you can do. Third phase is like the first phase. You want to aim away from him until he stops being invulnerable. Then the fourth phase, you have these pillars. You have to aim kind of in an awkward spot in order to hit Liquid. And then fifth phase and final phase, it's just a brawl until daylight. So Plywood fades to light at the 20-second mark. You see where Tama is. Four seconds separating the runners. Very, very good escape sequence for both of them. Now it's all down to mashing through the codecs here. That's Metal Gear Solid 1. Big GG's to all 3 of our runners. All 3 very, very experienced at the game. They all know quite a lot about this game. They've all done a lot of practice, a lot of research. Tromboncino, a very major strat finder for the game, working very closely with Plywood and Tama both for just improving the run overall. Plywood displaying the game at AGDQ last year. Of course, he's very, very skilled. And Tama, he's been quiet of late, but he is still a fantastic runner. I hope you all give all 3 of these guys a follow.
Yes, sir. The entire unit was wiped out. Those two are still alive.
So, coming up next on the marathon, we have Resident Evil 2 Remake, a new game, Claire B Standard Race, between one cool man and Solid Spider Snake.
No, sir. My cover is intact.
So we hope you'll stick around for that. It's bound to be a fun time.
Yes, the DARPA chief knew my identity, but he's been disposed of. Yes, the inferior.
Now, of course, with Discord being down, coordinating this is going to be a little iffy. So, give us a few moments here. I want to try a few things, see if I can't get things rolling back.
A well-balanced individual such as yourself to rule the world. No, sir. No one knows that you were the third one, Solidus. What should I do about the woman? Yes, sir. I'll keep her under surveillance.
Yeah, it seems Discord is aware of the issue. They're working to fix it.
Mr. President.
It's only affecting some users, and unfortunately, I happen to be one of them. So I'm just gonna let the credits music play out from Plywood's stream here, and we'll see how quickly I can get back up on Discord and setting up the next run for you guys.
Yes, sir. The entire unit was wiped out. Those two are still alive. The Vector? Yes, sir. Fox die should become activated soon. Right on schedule. Yes, sir. I recovered all of Rex's dummy warhead data. No, sir. My cover is intact. Nobody knows who I really am. Yes, the DARPA chief knew my identity, but he's been disposed of. Yes, the inferior one was the winner after all. That's right. Until the very end, Liquid thought he was the inferior one. Yes, sir, I agree completely. It takes a well-balanced individual such as yourself to rule the world. No, sir. No one knows that you were the third one, Solidus. What should I do about the woman? Yes, sir. I'll keep her under surveillance. Yes. Thank you. Goodbye, Mr. President.